Coming to after the coma. A few hours after coming out of the coma and back to my senses, as the rush of elation and gratitude began to subside, Mum and Jared informed me that they had to get going. This hit me like a ton of bricks. "Well, we'll see you in the morning, Dame," Mum said, as she kissed me goodbye. And that was that. I was now alone, immobile, swollen and in pain, and I confronted the understanding that although my loved ones had been there for me since the beginning of this ordeal, in many ways I would have to walk this road alone. It was up to me now. A sense of loneliness swept through the core of my being like the coldest chill on a winter's day. I noticed that my gums were stinging. I ran my tongue around the inside of my mouth and discovered 4 screws sticking out of my upper and lower jaw. My gums were cracked and sore where the metal had rubbed against them. I needed to make sense of this crazy mixed-up state my head was in and attempt to consolidate the information I'd been given. I looked around the room and tried to imagine how long I'd been there. I wonder what people had thought about me while I was sleeping in my coma. Did they judge me? Were they angry? Did they think I was going to die? I felt embarrassed and lonely and like I'd been hit in the head with a truck. I was drained from the outpouring of emotion and I slipped effortlessly to sleep. But my confusion was right where I left it the next morning. I had a memory of being woken up at some stage during the night by a nurse and feeling like I'd been placed in a pot of boiling water. The nurse fed me some ice chips that melted the moment they made contact with my grossly swollen lips. I made a decision that next morning that I had no one to blame for being in this state, not even myself. I knew on a visceral level that blaming myself would be the precursor to heading straight back to how I was before the crash. No way would I let that happen. The hard work was now ahead.